Hi there, students. Luscious or sensuous? So, what's the difference? Let's see, luscious is talking about things that are pleasing to the senses. And I think in many cases they're very similar. I think there's just a difference in focus. Luscious is more often linked to taste, to something that's rich, to something that's abundant, while sensuous focuses on the aesthetic pleasure, how something looks, the physical pleasure that comes through your five senses. Luscious is something that's highly gratifying to the taste, something that's rich, that's sweet, that's juicy. So a mango, you bite into a mango and it's luscious, it's delicious, and rich. Ripe fruit is luscious. A luscious chocolate cake. Luscious things are velvety. The girl had luscious lips, thick, healthy hair, luscious hair. Or luscious, somebody who is very, very attractive, who is sexually very alluring, very attractive. Now, the word sensuous is trying to avoid the sexual connotation with something. Something that's sensuous, it gives you pleasure of the senses. It makes you happy from the senses. So a sensuous sound, a sensuous picture, the lines are beautiful. Or the sensuous smell of lilies. Or the sensuous sound of the waves splashing against the beach, the sensuous feel of silk on your fingers. So sensuous is focusing on the senses, the smell, the touch, the sight, the sound. It's not just about a sexual appetite. Now, I think it's important we look at the origin of these words. Sensuous was a word created by John Milton in the 17th century. And he invented the word sensuous as a contrast between the word between this and the word sensual. Sensual talks about physical pleasure. Sensual talks about sex. Whereas sensuous, it talks about the beauty of feeling things through the senses, and it's without being sexual. And this is the point with the word sensuous. It's trying to avoid the sexual connotations of many words. Sensuous, it comes from the Latin word sensus, meaning sense, but it was created by Milton to give a meaning to the senses that was not sexual, because Milton lived in the age of the Puritans, and sex was something that was very frowned upon by the Puritans. So sensory is a more neutral approach to sensory experiences. And it's come to talk about enjoyment of the senses, enjoyment of things that you can see, enjoyment of different senses, whereas sensual gives more the idea of physical or sexual gratification. Luscious is perhaps a mixture of delicious and delicious and luxurious, luscious, and something that is luscious. It's from Luscious in Latin. So lusty. Shakespeare uses both lush and lusty in the same sense. Okay, so luscious, something sweet, pleasant, delicious, tasty, appealing, seductive. Whereas sensuous is not seductive. That's perhaps the important difference. So the sensuous curves of the sculpture, the sensuous feel of the velvet, the sensuous sound of the violin, something that evokes an emotional response, the sensuous feel of the breeze. Okay, so sensuous, it's about all of the senses, and it's used for things that are artistically pure about the senses. It's about sophistication, it's about beauty, it's about feeling. The sensuous soul music, whereas luscious is about taste and smell. It's delicious, it's rich, it's abundant, it's juicy. A luscious peach, a luscious mango. So let's see, sensuous and luscious. I think luscious I'm going to give a 5 in formality. I think sensuous I'm going to give a 6 in formality. But use them both anywhere. The chef prepared a luscious dessert with layers of chocolate and caramel. The garden is filled with luscious flowers, vibrant colours and wonderful smells. The tropical island had luscious palm trees and crystal clear waters. He couldn't resist the allure of the luscious grapes hanging from the vine. Luscious, think delicious. Deliciously sensual. Sensuous. She wore a sensuous silk dress. The sensuous smell of freshly baked bread. A sensuous picture of a sunset. The sensuous movement of the dancer. The sensuous voice that could melt anyone's heart. So, luscious versus sensuous. Bye for now.